Okay, you guys, so to do the cups, what I do, and I'm going to do one with you guys. I'm going to start it off. It's pretty self-explanatory after I give you the base foundation of it. So we're going to make a slip knot, and we're going to make the amount of chains we'll need. You're going to make the amount of chains that measures from your nipple to the bottom of your breast. I am not going to show that on camera, but like I said, the top of your excuse me, the top of your chain should be right at your nipple, and then measure right where your breast ends on the bottom, and that's going to be your starter. So let's see, for me, I am a B cup. So from my nipple to the bottom of my breast, it's 11 chains. Everyone's is going to be different because we all have different top sizes. But once you get the number of chains that you need, we are going to, I like to work my cup half double crochet. So we're going to skip that first stitch and then half double crochet in that second stitch from the top. And then we're going to continue working our way down. Make sure you keep track of the amount of chains you'll need for your chain foundation. That way it can be even for your second cup as well. So I'm about to work my last, so I just worked my second to last half double crochet. Now on that very top, the very last chain, I'm going to make 3 half double crochets. 1, and that same hole, 2, 3. Now this, where the tail end is going to be the top of your cup. This part is going to be the bottom. So it's going to look a little tricky, but we're gonna go ahead and start working our way down. Making sure you insert in both of these stitches. All right, now we're about to work our last half double crochet. So your work should look something like this. So I'm going to chain 1 at the end of every end. I'm going to flip my work. I'm going to half double crochet in that first hole. And I'm going to work my way up, half double crocheting in each chain until I've reached that top chain where I made the 3 half double crochets. All right. So as you can see, my top chain right here, we're going to make 3 half double crochet in that same hole. And then start working our way back down. Each time you complete one time around, you're going to chain 1 before flipping your work and working back the other way. So make sure you chain 1 under, that way the bottom will keep nice and straight. So you're going to keep doing this until you get the coverage that you need or want for your cup size. Chain 1, flip. All right, you guys, so I have completed my 2 cups. Now, there's a million videos, tutorials on YouTube on how to do cups if you don't like the way I do mine. This is the way I've always done it though. So anyways, once you've gathered your cups, we're going to make sure that both sides, as you can see, those tail ends are inside. I like that. We're going to bring our main piece. And what I'm going to do, I am going to be using a tapestry needle to weave in the tail to connect to the body. And then I have 2 slip markers, which also will come in handy. So what I'm going to do is find my seam, which looks like it's right here. Let me double check that. Is that my seam? Yeah. So it's going to be the back side. So what I'm going to do for my front is, let me show you. So to connect them, I'm going to leave 2 stitches, and actually it looks like I did. Okay, so we're gonna make sure we leave a little gap here. That way, when we do our border and our straps, it's going to be enough room in the middle to have this little circle piece. So what I'm going to do is grab one of my cups. Let me bring this closer. Okay. So I'm going to start with 1 cup. And I'm just going to kind of line them up. So this is going to be my middle. You want to find your middle, making sure that all the sunflowers are even. So this is the back side, side, side. So this is my very middle of the front. So I am going to find, as you can see, we have a little chain 1 right here, and then we have 2 corner pieces. So I'm going to stick it in the top of the first double crochet on this side, and I'm going to slip it with the corner of this. Now it looks like that. I'm going to do the same with this side, the top of the double crochet corner right here, and then the corner of this cup. Okay, now whichever side you want to do, I'm going to show you one side, then you can mimic the other side, and then we'll do the straps and we'll be done. So I am going to insert my tapestry needle to the tail Okay, and what I'm going to do is fold. I'm going to kind of fold it. And you can put another tapestry needle at the end if you want it to be nice and even. However, I don't stretch it out. Wherever it ends is kind of where it goes. So keeping this straight, nice and straight, I'm going to insert in this chain 1. And then I'm not going to go, one side obviously has the double crochet sides. Our cups don't have that because we didn't do double crochet, but you can see we're only going to insert through one loop on the top of each double crochet as we weave in the end. So let me put that closer. So on each side, we're just going to make sure we're doing it nice and close. Inserting through one side, one chain on each side. We can weave in this loose end right there. You can take that slip marker out once you've gotten close. And then I kind of like to just do a little knot at the end. I'm going to take this off. And now you've connected one side. Alright, you guys, so after you've connected each side of your cups, we are going to do the straps. Now, I already started one on this side to kind of speed it up, but basically I'm going to show you how to do the other side. So we're going to leave a good sized tail, just a couple inches, make a slip knot. Now you'll see at the top of your cup, bring this closer, the top of your cup, you will see that there's 3 double crochet, 3 half double crochet on the top of that cup. So you'll find the middle one, which is this one. And then, so for this side, as you can see, these are my 3. This is my dog snoring in the background. Sorry. Anyways, we're gonna do the side closest to, I guess we're not gonna do the cup in the middle. So you're gonna do the left side, the side closest to the side of the cup. So for this one, I hope that makes sense. I'm confusing myself, but anyway, so this side, instead of putting it in this chain up here, we're not gonna do the middle one. We're gonna do the farthest. So I'm going to insert right here. Okay. Now you can see both sides are kind of uneven. Where I've connected the chain. And it's supposed to be like that because we're going to be making we're going to be making a side right here. So you're going to make the amount of chains that you need that will connect to the back. So I made 35 chains, and then I connected it somewhere on the back side. I just did a slip stitch, and then I cut off a good sized tail. So what you can do is make a chain foundation, and then without clipping a tail yet, just try it on and see if the straps fit perfectly. Where if you just pull it over, the strap sits perfectly. It's not loose hanging off your shoulder, and it's not too tight where it pulls the dress up in the back like that. So mine was 35 stitches. So I'm going to mimic this side, and I'm going to do 35 stitches. Okay, 35. And I already put a slip marker here, so I know that where to insert to make the back side even. So I'm going to make sure my strap is nice and even. And I'm going to slip stitch. I'm gonna remove that marker, cut off a good size. There. Now I have both straps. Both straps. All right. Now I'm just going to weave these in real quick. Like I said, if you guys have any questions at all, please leave them in the description. Excuse me, in the comment section below. And I will get back to you guys as soon as I can. I don't make written patterns because it's just too much work. So if you guys are more of a written pattern person, I'm sorry, but I'm not. I have a hard time reading patterns myself. And tutorials are very helpful. All right, you guys, now we are going to start one side of the strap. So as you can see, we're going to start right in the middle here, work our half double crochet row in the middle, do this little hole, and then work our way back down to the other side. And then once we've done that, and that just consists of half double crochet all the way around. And then once we've done that, we're going to start anywhere on the other side of the chain, and we're going to work half double crochet, chain one, half double crochet to create these holes. And we're going to do that on both outsides. And then we will officially be done. So let's get started. Alright, so like I said, we're going to start one side. Whichever side you want to do, that's where we're going to start. You're going to make a slip knot. We got a little pattern going here, slip knots. And I like to start just on the corner of the middle. So I'm gonna make this tail end a little longer. Okay. And I like to tie the back tail for added support, chain 1. And then I'm going to half double crochet in that next hole. Half double crochet in the next hole, half double crochet under that chain 1, half double crochet in the next one, half double crochet in the hole, under the hole, half double crochet, half double crochet. So you see how it's nice and even. Half double crochet under that hole. Once you get to the strap, you're going to skip the first and make sure that your chain is nice and even once you start working up. You don't want it upside down, otherwise it's not going to be even. So I know it's one side might be a little twisted, but that's all right. So we're going to skip that first chain and we're going to half double crochet in the second one up. You're going to pull that kind of tight. Then you're going to kind of pull it tight as you work through each stitch up, otherwise it'll be too loose. If you need to skip a chain to make sure that it's nice and tight, I would advise that. I'm pulling tight after each one. So as soon as I bring the chain through, I kind of pull. And as you can see, it's keeping it nice and straight. So I'm going to keep this up. All right, we're getting closer to the top part of our cup. Now I'm not going to half double crochet in that very last stitch. As you can see, I'm just going to half double crochet right on the top. You notice how there was 3 double crochet at the top. That first half double crochet, and then I'm going to work my way down the center. So as you can see, this is what it's looking like. Nice and even. Again, I'm still pulling tight as I work my way down. So just keep in mind when you're making your cup, I should have said this during the cup lesson, but you're going to be making one more half double crochet on one side through the center. So if you make your cup just slightly smaller, that'll be helpful to not have too much coverage. All right, now keep in some space. I'm not going to continue all the way down because I want to make that center circle right here. So I'm just going to half double crochet, making sure, so you see I have 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. So I'm making sure that that center piece connects to the same side on this side. That way it's nice and even. And I'm going to continue working my way up and down this strap. Until I've reached, so I'm going to continue until I've reached back right here. I'm going to slip stitch, then I'm going to connect my 2 tails in the back, and then I'll start on the outer straps. Okay, you guys, so I've already done this side, the last piece. This is one corner. So I'm going to show you guys how I did this side. And if you've made it this far, you're a champ. All right, you guys, so you can start anywhere. I'm going to start right here. You want to leave just a little bit of a tail, that way you can weave it in. Make a slip knot. And again, as you work your way around, you want to make sure you're pulling tight. That way it's nice and even. You see how it's not too loose on both sides? So you want it nice and straight. All right, so insert right here. So on this side, I started right here. So I kind of just mimicked that on this side. So I'm going to insert my slip knot, tie the back for extra security, chain 2, and then we're going to skip a stitch and half double crochet, creating that whole effect. You're going to chain 1 in between each half double or double crochet, and you're going to skip each chain. So we're just mimicking this side. Chain 1. Make sure you're pulling tight because you want to make sure it's nice and even. You're going to be going under those chain 1s if you need to. And then once we get to the corner right here, we are, even though I half double crocheted in that chain 1 space, technically we would half double crochet right here, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to go straight up to the cup. Just like that. and now you have a hole. So just like this side, just like this side, chain 1. Now working up the cup is going to be much easier because we have a whole foundation of chains right here, so we can just work the top of each half double crochet. So you're going to skip that next chain, and then you're going to double crochet, chain 1, skip the next chain, double crochet, chain 1, making sure you're pulling tight because you don't want it too loose on the ends. And we're going to continue this all the way around and down the strap, basically mimicking the other side we did. Again, we don't want to be too close to the corners. So this is the top of the cup. So we're going to skip that first one. Now this part of the strap may be a little tricky, just the way the chains look. But as long as you keep it nice and straight, so we're going to skip this corner area and go ahead and half double crochet just like that, making that hole nice and perfect. Chaining 1 in between each. Now I just kind of find a placement after each chain 1 that just allows the squares to be nice and even as I work my way down. And you're going to do the same. Right. All right, you guys, so once you finish the outer pieces, it'll look like this, and you guys are officially done. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the tutorial and you were lucky enough to make your own, please subscribe, hit the like button, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. See you guys in the next video.